shores I am so long, serotonin. Take your worried mind. Now I must leave you for another. It wasn't hard to find. I can't remember how the sun shines from underneath the real sun. Here on the shores, the sailors blaspheme. Out on the seas, they talk with God. So long, serotonin. Take your worried mind. Now I must leave you for another. It wasn't hard to find. I must leave you. I must leave you. I must leave you far behind. My darling, serotonin, I love you. Now get out of my life. So long, serotonin. Take
Your worried mind. Now I must leave you for another. Hard to find. It was me making all those sounds the entire time. I was doing it with my mouth. That's pretty much it, right? Sounded exactly the same. It sounded exactly the same. Exactly. Now I must leave you for another. Oh boy. Alright. I don't know anything about this game. We're going into it cold, baby. Fool's Theory is a team. Okay. I don't know anything about this game that I can tell you off the top, other than Thaumaturge is like an effect that you create that. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game. We'll just go right into it. What do you think? Okay. Okie dokie. Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Rikia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. Szulski. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Oh, interesting. Knowing that it's got this kind of... Let's try controller. There and Tony, it feels like ages passes. Uprooted from my homeland, sent to a foreign land among foreign people, under the Russian banner, and how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons, and I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Wow. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anielka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Probably not. Sounds like he's doing that thing that people do. Dear Yanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You're no longer... Oh. Okay. This controller likes to act up sometimes with certain games. What the hell? I don't know what I do to these controllers that they just stop wanting to plug in after a while, but I think I'm going to switch to a wireless controller soon. Typically it's too much charging, but I think I could reliably charge my controllers now. With all the issues I've had with wireless controllers, or wired controllers, it might be time to switch. Trying to free this wire up so it stops unplugging itself. I'll just use... I really want to use controller though. Oh, come on. What the hell now? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's interesting. Okay, well, for a number of reasons, I think I'm going to switch back to keyboard and mouse. See, it unplugged itself again, but that's also because I moved it. And just unplug the controller completely for now, so it doesn't give me any grief. Alrighty. No problemo. Oh, I still can't cross it.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
The village.
Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
It's my favorite M. Night
Well,
Shyamalan movie.
If you've got reason to be there, climb in.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting? A guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Where's that saying come from?
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Doesn't have a good, doesn't have a crazy interesting origin. It's about what you'd expect. It just means to generate senseless wind, the breeze being sort of a term for idle conversation in the early 20th century. Thought maybe there was some cool story about a guy taking his gun outside and the neighbor wouldn't stop yapping and yapping, and so he knew he couldn't shoot his neighbor, but instead he started shooting crosswind to try and make the wind do something. Who knows? Who knows? They could have done so much more. That's why sometimes I like it when ChatGPT is wrong, because at least it makes up like really interesting bullshit. And ChatGPT's wrong all the time, constantly, pretty much. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles with one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery. They will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us, but let's not lose heart. So, they're on the brink of civil war.
You guys already got what's yours this week. More chat. We're here to keep order, and that don't come free. It's getting colder, so the price is getting higher.
Hey, T. Nice boots. Are they warm?
Proud answer. It not only draws from your flaw of pride's, from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. Interesting.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses. Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers. Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
Got his ass.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
We learn in combat. When your enemies lose health, all of their health points. Wait. I don't know why I read it that way. When your enemies lose all of their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below their feet, while your health points are represented by a bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. Tell me more. Oh. Okay, got it. That's it. On him. Nice. Oh, he's got a knife. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions to find out what they are planning. Unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking you first. I see. That makes sense now. So I was wondering. I see. So that's them going. This guy is already in the midst of doing an action. I can interrupt him. If I took really long, I could hit that guy, but it's more worth to just knock this guy out of combat. And then I'll prep a slow action. Although in theory, I mean, it wouldn't do... essentially giving up several attacks. I could easily deal a maximum of 12 damage in the time it would take for me to deal with 14 damage. And maybe even then some. What the hell? What just happened? This game have like crazy bugs or something? What happened? Bro, what the fuck? This goddamn game just freeze up on me, dude? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. I can't believe that. I thought this game had good reviews. Weird. I don't see a ton of people complaining about the same about the same shit that just happened to me, but what the hell is all this? Is my computer just not wanting to behave right now? What the hell? It's not especially hot. Try that again. Yeah, weird. It literally got there and then just froze up last time. It's very interesting.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Some cripple. Oh. Oh, interesting. Made of string, sticks, and feathers, supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Oh, interesting. I spotted something. Okay. There are little hidden secrets for me to find. In theory.
Good boy.
Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan Province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present. The welcoming ceremony followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Oh my god. That's the guy who killed the last Tsar of Russia.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path,
I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
His character development's not great.
That's partly the issue I wanted to speak to you about.
Does that mean you give up?
That means I'll try, but I don't know.
All right, all right. I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Trace certain. Rasputin. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Perception and objects. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left behind on items. In order to recognize them, they must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. Some items you find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of 3 forms. Unknown, you see it for the first time. Familiar, you've seen it before but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around. Damn it.
Search force 2, low, word 1, trace unknown. Find one.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. But that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Trace is certain. Rasputin. This priest had such passion. Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Okay, murder fucking healer.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I don't have much dignity left. I'm prepared to beg for your help.
That won't be necessary, Victor. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe.
I dig this
Let me
kind of.
gaze into your mind.
I dig this kind of story, but
Let
the
me
storytelling
see
is a little
through your eyes.
jagged.
Let me.
It leaps forward at times.
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
I'll tell you one thing that I know for sure. There's a lot to digest there and a lot to take in. But one thing is very, very clear about what's going on here. She wanted to sweep. That's for sure. I don't think she was lying to us when she said she wanted to sweep. To sweep. To sleep. To sweep. I gotta remember to do this everywhere I go. Like I'm playing goddamn Assassin's Creed. So far I have mixed feelings about this game. There's parts I really like, but I can see that there are some cracks forming. I love this developer though. They develop a lot of games. Or I'm sorry, not the developer. I don't know enough about the developer to say I do or do not like them necessarily. But the publisher, I believe I'm right about this. Let me just look at something. I believe I know it's published by a Polish company. 11-bit Studios or some. Yeah, so 11-bit Studios is a publisher that publishes a lot of great games. Alters, which was phenomenal. Frostpunk, which I barely played because it was so hard for someone like me. I'm such a perfectionist, and that game is one where you're not going to have a perfect playthrough. I really want to play Indica, which is also on Game Pass right now. I was thinking about the Invincible. It doesn't have bad reviews, but it does also list itself as a futuristic walking simulator. But yeah, they put out a lot of great games. I believe it's a Polish company. I don't know enough about this developer, but if they work with 11-bit Studios, then I have high hopes, because I love these guys' games. I'm honestly wanting to go on just a tear of playing 11-bit Studios games on stream, and then see if I get their attention. That would be a company that I would love to support financially and by trying to promote their content.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
I'll be right back.
Use thaumaturgy. You can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change, and the upir will appear next to the character. Reeked with the sour odor of fatigue, attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone, and the muscles burn with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. Trace is certain. It's from the coachman. He's tired and weary, he's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant
Reminds
to
me a lot
take
of
the horse
Vampire.
out for a ride, so get on.
Vampire. Well, hopefully there was nothing else in town for me to find. Hold on a second. Just not be so hasty here. Okay, let's be even hastier. It's taking too long now. Oh, here we go. No, we did find something.
Damn it.
Damn it. Dimension force too low. Indeed. Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. But why?
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I see him. My Upir. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed. Before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salutor.
What do you mean?
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow
What a
Vasili's
puppy.
soul to rest for today. Amen.
I have a giant horse dog. If anybody is interested. What are you doing, Cersei? Come here. Come here. Yes, who's your good girl? You're a good girl, huh? She's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Just rub my butt. Oh, I have points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt Salutors to enable further development. Don't mind if I do. That one is deed. Enemy's planned action. Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. Brother Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. But why? Stone strikes against the stone, heavy, guided by a hateful hand. The blows carry anger, despair, chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles, but it's not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough.
What do you expect to find in this place? The fire was almost a year ago.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever's carrying the flaw that lured the Salutor here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left on human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
I bear the flaw of pride.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And now? Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutor. People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
If I do manage to catch another salutor, That would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary thaumaturge wouldn't even try it more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
Some have lost their lives trying, others their senses. I was close to madness. I lost my sense of reality. I didn't know what was true. But I know I can do it. I'm almost 100% sure.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
That doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me. Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
I felt something. Where is it? I felt something. Where is it? So much suffering.
A charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep all the way to the soul.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. True fear.
Charred ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked up with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. The trace is still unknown. The world may never know. Cocoon. Cocoon. Cookin'. Cookin', as they say. They call it a cookin'. A cookin'. Ooh, word 1. Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the door frame, and trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
A dried blood stained. It has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body. Oh. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. Murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
The wild Salutor has emerged from hiding. It is the one called Bukovac. Burn Homestead, a blow dealt in a fit of rage, murder, and fire. These events spawned the flaw that lured Bukovac. I need to find the people who were here on the night the house burned down.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Target's health points determines how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. This damage restores your health points by... Just have what you've lost. Each subsequent action that restores health points will restore less of it. He's lost all their focus and is now in the breakdown state. It's a great chance to launch a strong attack. Oh, it's my Oopir going. It's my other Salutor. It's my Salutor, I mean. shit. We're fucking them up, bro. Nice.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Lines of wood are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words, carved as if by a chisel. They scream about and attempt to break down the door. About the hinges finally letting go, they scream into a deaf void. Trace familiar, an impetuous person. So that is the flaw that we're looking for. It's the flaw of impetuousness. They're in a hurry. Oh yeah, that's about as hot as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, I just made myself some hot sauce by mixing Zaxby's blazing. No, oh. I'm okay, baby. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I know you didn't come over here to beg for food, and you rather came to check on me because you were worried that I was not okay. No, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay, baby. I'm okay. I mixed some of Zaxby's buffalo garlic sauce with tongue torch, and then I put into that a little bit of Taco Bell's Diablo sauce for texture, and I put it on top of Wawa's chicken bites. Now that is how you fast food. Bartenders know how to fast food better than anybody. There's nobody who out fast foods bartenders. We know all the shit. Because not only do we hear it, not only do we practice it ourselves, because we have to go and find food at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. when we're getting out of work. But we also hear from a bunch of drunks what are the best things to combine when that they've done when they're drunk, or screwed up an order, or just said something because they thought it'd be funny and then they got it and they're like, yo, this is banging, and then had it when they were sober and was like, oh my god, this is actually still good. And stuff like that. So see, it's too spicy. You can't have spicy food. I already gave you a little piece of my panini with turkey and cheese on it. And you're not supposed to have cheese either. Don't give me that. Don't you give me that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Who are you looking up at? Oh, okay, now you're camera shy. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at, huh? Apparently she's camera shy. If I point the camera at her, she looks away.
I felt something.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
She's agitated, but a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition. Some people in the Steam reviews were complaining about
Am I sensing
this mystery, the way the mystery solving stuff works, and I maybe I understand why maybe they could be frustrated, but I do like this mystery solving stuff so far. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotion carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
A dead goose lies between the Sir, see? Hey, no begging. Hey, stop that. Back up. A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. We will come to fisticuffs in just a moment. Seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge. A classic of the genre.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
What do we have here? Let's take a look around. Let's take a look around. Thaumaturge never fails me. The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Oh, I didn't read that out loud, my bad.
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
I should go talk to Vesna first, it seems. It seems she has information that I need. We're gonna scope out her crizzy, as they say. In the old Irish tongue.
Am I sensing? Luca. He must be the one who saved Vesna from the fire.
The names of Vesna and Luca are intertwined, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from the damp and the rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. The words read from the doorframe of the burned house were Luca's. It was he who rescued Vesna from the fire, risking his own life. Oh wow. Now that's real romance, ladies and gentlemen. What will they think of next? Bukovac. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's a crazy one. Rasputin. Oh cool, they have like little pictures. THAUMATURGE. Restores your focus. The ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled, screaming, finger-pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Traces are certain this involved Vesna.
There are so many words of love inscribed here.
But damn its axe shaft, the trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Although it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it, alone or by choice, with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Trace certain, Luca. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist, together, despite everything. Luke is a violent man, but he has a sincere love for Vesna. Quarrels are one thing, but he would never commit violence against her, as evidenced by the words written on the shaft of the axe. Luke and Vesna together are an explosive mix. They are impulsive, capable of getting lost in unwarranted anger, and arguing as if there were no tomorrow, but at the same time they sincerely love each other, and their love keeps burning with a hot flame, protecting them from losing themselves in pernicious emotions and preventing domestic violence.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at the Vasilis' burned-out farmstead. Lucas sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Shaft of the axe bears a distinct trace of Luca. It's identical to the one on the door frame of the burned homestead.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
I wanted to talk, ma'am. Please open the door.
Please open the door.
Please
I'd like to have a chat
open
about
the
your
door.
husband.
I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
Not as talkative or polite as I am.
Vesna, about Luca, it is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. A.k.a. Villaggio. Luca. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasili's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
you spell impetuous? Impetuous. That's not right. That's how I spelled it the first time. That's so funny. I had it right the first time, and then I second guessed myself. It doesn't look right. That's for sure.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
Vasily had a dark side. A man who was a rock for the entire village became an abuser at home. He tortured Vesna for many years, turning her life into a nightmare. Elder Vasily's death has left its mark on the entire village. People became violent and full of aggression. Still full of terrible memories of the fire. On top of that, apparently the elder was not a crystalline figure, and someone in the village holds a deep grudge against him. I need to look into this.
Vesna came here for help, didn't she? Vasily drank and beat her, and no one did anything about it. So you put that curse of yours on him.
I even went to talk to him. How did you know that?
I am a thaumaturge.
You people's magic. That's something I've got no faith in.
Go on.
For me giving Vasily a piece of my mind, he took it out on Vesna.
And then her husband walked in and killed Vasily, and he's the one my salutor latched onto.
As for the second thing, could be. But it wasn't Luka that killed Vasily. It was Vesna.
Are you sure?
I was there. And until now, only 2 people knew what happened there. Vesna and me.
Don't be scared. I'll do my best to help you.
Then I think we have to talk to Vesna.
Ooh, I didn't go and talk to Luka, even. She did it in a fit of passion. Her husband had nothing to do with the elder's death. Huh. Vesna's father was her tormentor. Fear guided her to the wise woman who sought help for her with the support of earthly and heavenly forces, but that didn't work. Desperate, Vesna reached for the last resort. She murdered her cruel father, handing him over to the nothingness. Interesting. But am I able to ditch this and let's do one more. Let's see if I can literally just get far enough away that I can hit up the where's the Horseboy. Dave Horseboy.
Again.
This time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help
Oh, man.
Nah.
It's like I skipped something even though I was intentionally trying not to. Hold on. I want to I want to see. So I can always go back and undo it, but I want to see what happens if I go and talk to Luca before I trigger all of that.
Almost.
Can you read?
It's Luca.
Do you still want...
Yes,
Despite?
I hope.
That's an enormous...
I...
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosio.
That's funny. No, I gotta do... It's... I kind of want to see how it plays out. Yeah, let's just see how it plays out.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Saliter here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Saliter is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
That's funny.
Unless
you find out here. Okay, well let's just do it the way that I had originally just stick by the decisions I made in the first place. But instead of going and talking to the horsey, I'm gonna follow her to Vesna's house and just go along with the decisions I had initially made. Makes the most sense. It's the most fair. Just follow the yellow brick road.
Please open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
You're gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that. Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
Okay, interesting. I wonder if all of them have like a sort of safety net like that, where you go to accuse the wrong person and they end up, something happens that reveals who the real culprit is. It wouldn't be the worst storytelling. It would piss some people off, but frankly, I don't know. I think it makes sense.
Again.
This time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going? Can... Do you...
Yes. I have...
That's it.
Not much to think about here.
Too much of a
If we can
risk.
help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
Okie dokie. Oh, but this time I have a wise woman with me. It's interesting, yeah, you could just miss out on certain elements. You could still end up with the right, you know,
Vesna,
endpoint,
child. We have to talk.
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I know what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
On the contrary, she's the one who brought the Bukovac here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Ukala. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
I've heard that the combat in this game is a little unfair, so we're just gonna start unbalanced and do what we have to do. Oh god. Defeat a wild Salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back against you. The bar tells you when the wild Salutor sends more enemies against you. The fuck? Oh. That's funny. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? States has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read the descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. Okay, it just said read the descriptions carefully, but... Oh, here we go. Receives 2 damage at the end of every round. If I can stack up to 4 times, which I do have 4 stacks, which means 4 rounds worth of 8 damage total. And it cleared my state, so I'm not going to take that damage now. Very good. And now I can try and interrupt with a quick attack. I'm suffering again. It looks really good when done that way. The combat, honestly, is... I get why people complained about it, but I get it. And not only do I get it, I kind of like it. I know it's not like the most dynamic turn-based combat, but it's something. Oh shit. Suffering times 2. So I need to clear these, it sounds like. Nice. Oh. Vehemence. It was not impetuous. Impetuousness.
You lose, you lose, you lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Salutor. You defeat Bukovac, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Then kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, Bach. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah. Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
Send a telegram at the railway station. This time period is well, I was gonna say it's confusing to me, but this is just Europe during a time period that I guess I'm more or less familiar with here, but less familiar with in Europe. But they still have these rural villages and shit out in the middle of nowhere, but they also have railroads and telegrams. It's like the it would be the mid-1800s. Napoleon's a thing right now, so that's early to mid 1800s, or mid 1800s. Something that put it really in a weird perspective for me was when my grandpa said something along the lines of how his grandpa would talk a lot of shit about Napoleon, which I found interesting.
Excuse me, sir?
And it put
Do you
things
happen
in
to know when the
perspective.
train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
No.
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn
Oh
at
my
Albuquerque, I
God.
can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
What the fuck? Why is that in here? For what reason would they be referencing I mean, it can't be a Weird Al Yankovic reference. There's got to be something else that Weird Al was referencing when he made that direct quote a thing. I don't know. Albuquerque. Yeah, I mean, it's a Bugs Bunny thing. I guess that's just where it comes from, is Looney Tunes. This gag played on the real-life difficulty travelers faced in Albuquerque, especially on historic Route 66, where the road had confusing realignments and intersections that often led drivers in circles or to unexpected places.
Well, here we are, Pismo Beach, and all the claims we can eat. What a way for a duck to travel. Underground. Hey, wait a minute. Since when is Pismo Beach inside a cave? I wonder... you know, I just bet we should have turned left at Albuquerque.
Wow. Wow. Well, I can't believe it. Ooh, I can't believe it. I'm going to try to get to a good point wherein we can skip forward.
One to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk.
Oh.
I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it.
Like 1910.
This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see it now.
Oh,
Thanks
he's
to
seeing
you,
the future.
I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
This man has me under his thumb now. He's got control on me. He knows that I'll go crazy if I don't do what he tells me to do. I've wrapped myself up in something. Man.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the whores.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
City's son. Well, that's enough for tonight, I think. I appreciate y'all chilling with me and hanging. I'll catch up with you guys later. Later.